Cheers! Welcome back. We're so glad you joined us. We're so glad we can't touch the table because it's shaped so hard. We got to remember to not touch the table. Episode 4. We're so glad you're back. Just want to say a little bit about the last episode because I just really appreciate you guys so much. Put myself out there and talked about something hard, and your feedback has been just so kind, and just the people that have reached out. That's just the support, and just want to say thank you for that because
you did a great job.
No, thanks. Well, like I said, just want to honor. So, but I really appreciate that. And we're back. We're talking about something lighter today.
Yeah,
which we'll get into. But we just I'm curious about your dishwasher.
Yeah, it's funny. The next one came.
Okay.
And no lie, y'all, it wasn't a box, sealed in a box.
Okay. That's how it should have been.
It did have water in it.
It did?
Not in it, not as bad as
in the hose,
but it's like up in the parts. You can kind of see water. And the man said again, he's like, we do really test them.
Okay. Okay.
But I didn't care. At this point, I need a dishwasher.
Drain the water out of it before they.
No, it's not water. The first one had water. Yes. But this one had just like little, you could see like moisture with the tube.
Oh, okay.
It was better. It was better.
Yeah, better. But is it installed and working?
It's installed. It's working.
Okay, fantastic.
It makes me happy. Yeah.
And I got new tires. I got 4 new tires.
That's exciting.
I hate paying for that kind of stuff because I had tires anyway. And now I still have tires, but I'm a lot of money less.
So like safe tires. Now you're safe
tires. Yes. And I'm proud of myself. I did a lot of researching. Like normally I'm just like, just take it somewhere and do it. But I made some calls. I will say I had some good experiences and some not so good experience. So we did it.
Yeah.
I'm solved our problems from last week. Yay. Okay. Let's start with our meanwhile moment of this week. You want to go?
You want to go first or I can go first?
You go.
Yeah. So I've been through some things the last year and a half. We're going to get into that eventually too. But I've had a lot of people drop off in my life, I'm going to say, where we were friends or we have been friends and they didn't support or they didn't follow up with me or they didn't check in or I don't know. I just remember sitting in like a bathtub.
They just like bubble ignored you.
Yeah, just totally ignored me. Yes, like treated me like a leper. Have seen some people out at a restaurant where they literally are like, like have to turn and like turn their backs to me, or it's fine. But there has been moments where I've sat in like a bubble bath one night and just unfriended like all these people on Facebook, which is very.
I mean, you don't have the time or energy for it.
I don't. Yeah, I just don't. And like we've talked about, just real. Like we just want to be real in life, and if you can't be real, then that's where we're at. So Shannon and I were out at Taco Mac, which we don't ever hardly go to. But anyway. You know, they've got all the TVs. We've got, I don't know either, football's on or whatever. And this person that had completely, I'm going to use the word shunned.
Okay.
Shunned me.
It's your story.
At a restaurant. Like, and I just knee-jerk reaction. Like, I was like, hey, I've known you since kindergarten, practically. Our kids are in kindergarten. Hey. And she literally rolled her eyes, turned her back to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, this is where we're at in life. We're so
like such middle school behavior.
Just so middle school. Yeah. Like really, can we not just be adults? Yeah. So that had happened kind of a while ago, probably a year and a half ago, like at the beginning of this whole saga. And so here we are a few weeks ago at Taco Mac, and the same girl that had done that, not a girl, a woman. An adult
grown-ass woman
comes up to, and I was already prepared. I told you, I said they're going to come up and try and talk to me.
Yeah.
And you and your sister were there. Tasha's like, they're not going to. And I'm like, you watch.
Yeah.
You just watch. I just felt like they were going to come up and talk to me.
Sure. I thought no too.
Yeah. Well, you haven't talked to me in a year and a half.
Right.
Okay. So we're sitting there, and sure enough, here she comes, and I feel her coming up.
Yeah,
and
I didn't. I was so caught off guard.
She kind of came up behind you, really. And so she's like, hey, and I just kind of gave it a, what's up? Like, I think that's all I gave.
Yeah, it was.
And then I'm staring at TV, which I don't think there was anything on worthy of staring at. It was probably like hockey or something. I don't know. But Shannon is stuck talking to her, and she's like, how are all your kiddos? Are all the kiddos home for Christmas or for the holidays or something? But it wasn't even like the normal time for kids to be home yet. So Shannon's like, I don't even know what you said. I
said, no, they're all in college.
yeah. So I never looked her way one more time. And I'm sorry that I threw you to the wolves with that.
Okay. Listen, I'll be that for you any day because I know you do it for me.
Yeah. So I let her run with it today. And I was just like, I don't even know how she ended up walking off. I don't know.
I think it got really awkward.
Yeah. Because I'm not.
Well, and I was like, no. Like, first of all, why are you asking about my kids? Like, she didn't even.
It's not time. You don't know our kid. I mean,
yeah, no, we don't. Our kids don't line up either. So that was kind of
y'all's don't. No, ours were like best friends.
Ours don't.
Yeah, I'm like, why are we talking about our kids right now? Yeah. It's not even a time for them to be.
Yeah, it was weird. Anyway, you did it.
Yeah. So that's what I have found now. It's almost like it's maybe not good. I don't know. Maybe I should be more fake and just roll with it. Like, I'm too old for that. I'm too old.
Yeah.
I don't have the energy or the time for it. And, yeah, so that's my meanwhile in real life moment. And if that's you and you're not sure if you should come up and say, hey to me, maybe the answer is no. Don't. I don't think you should.
That's where we're going. Okay.
Maybe. Like, if we haven't talked in a year and a half and you've seen me out at Target or wherever, now's not the time to like circle back around.
Right. Okay. So my meanwhile in real life moment, I've said I work at an elementary school and I have 2 clinic assistants that job share.
Yes.
I love them. I really love everybody I work with. And it's such a fun place to be. The elementary school, the kids are just cute and happy. So when they are there for the full day, I cover for lunch in the clinic. I'm trained, anyway, this little girl comes in, cutest little kid. And she goes, where's the real nurse? And I was like, what? What do you mean? Like,
I'm qualified.
She goes, are you like trained in nursing? I was like, no, I mean, not really.
Actually, no.
I'm trained as a clinic assistant. And I said, what kinds of things do you think I'm going to need to do? I said, I can do an ice pack. This is basically what we do in elementary.
Everyone gets an ice pack.
I can do an ice pack. I can make water. Everyone drinks water. It's the answer. That was the answer to when my kids were growing up. I feel bad.
Drink some water. You'll
be fine.
You're dehydrated.
That's what I say. And these kids are not dehydrated. I mean, they have a water bottle.
We have said
24/7.
We have literally said that could be a whole episode.
It could be a whole
parents these days with their water bottles.
The water bottles and the dropping off of stuff at school. But that's fine. They're little.
Sure.
Just wait till they get to middle school and high school. They won't let you. So she's like, I said, I can do an ice pack and I can, get you water and I can do Band-Aids and I can do tooth necklaces. Like those are basically the things. Yeah, they get a little necklace.
Oh,
it's really cute. Those are basically the 4 things.
Can you take a temperature?
Yeah, I can take a temperature.
Okay.
I have a temperature thing.
Okay.
It's so good.
There you go. You can do that.
Yeah, I can do that. And
I can call your mom when you have a fever.
So I'm like, what's wrong with you? And she goes, oh, nothing. I just need to use the bathroom. Why are you questioning if I'm qualified to be in the clinic and you're just here for the bathroom?
You don't even need a nurse.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's that. So what are we talking about today?
Today, we are going to be talking about Enneagram Numbers, which is not a personality test.
It's not a personality test, but it is a test that you take. And we're going to put it out there before we put this episode out. Just kind of showing your strengths and weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole lot of information out there. I was kind of doing some research about it. We have really enjoyed it because our personalities are so different. And when you take the Enneagram, it just like highlights what we knew to be true. But it's a very old test. It's been around for a long time. There's a lot of experts out there. We are not experts.
No.
We just kind of did a little bit of research just to help you. There's probably some of you out there that are like really versed in Enneagram. My sister-in-law is really, they love the Enneagram. And I love it too when you talk about it because they're knowledgeable. Should have one of them on.
I know. It's funny because I think it's like you can get as much information on it as you want or not, right? Like you can just hear what your number is or take the test and know what you are. But yeah, I think it's really cool how ours are so different. And so if you know us at all, you know how our personalities differ, but you probably don't know what Enneagram numbers that we are.
Right. And what that means. Yeah. For friendship and in relationships in general. I think it's helpful And it's not like there's so many tests out there. Like I remember doing like what is that? That's called. It's like the fours. You're like,
there's like a
you're
blue,
a
yellow, green.
dealer, and then there's one where you're like a golden retriever or
there's
there's something with animals.
Okay.
No, I think they're all different animals. A lion.
There's the Briggs, Myers-Briggs.
Myers-Briggs, yeah.
Good in friendships, relationships.
Yes.
Business.
Yes.
Work-wise.
And I was really into it. I did a little course at our little wine bar one time. Just like I had everyone take the test.
Yeah,
I had people guess.
Yeah.
Like
we did that like before our like Christmas party, which was fun. And
that
again, very informative.
It's very informative, especially when you hear about the type and then you put it to a person and you're like, oh,
yes,
well, that makes sense. Why
they reacted that way. Yeah,
and it's also if you're a parent. It's, once your kids are old enough to take the test, it's a lot of questions.
And then my kids haven't taken it.
Mine did. And it was very informative because it fit what I knew to be true.
Well, I feel like they would almost be like, especially with my 3, like all different.
Yes.
Possibly.
One is like me.
Okay.
2 are different. And one wouldn't take the test. So I don't know. Anyway, so we're just going to go through. I'm going to do the odd numbers. You're going to do the even numbers.
Okay,
just go through like what it means. So if you're an Enneagram 1, you are known as the perfectionist. You can walk into a situation and immediately assess what is wrong with it, which is lovely for people. But you know what is wrong and you want to fix it is the big part. Is you want everything to be perfect. You don't like things that you can't control or that are out of your control. And I will say before we go through all these is your top is going to be 1 and then you have like some wings of your secondary. You can't just be a perfectionist all the time. But the
wings, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the wings are 1 on either side of your number.
I think usually, yes.
I think you can only be like 1 wing this way or 1 wing that way.
Right. And then when you're because Enneagram is like when you're in health, when you're healthy in your Enneagram number, or when you're unhealthy in your Enneagram number, and that's when you veer.
Right.
So anyway, if you're a 1, you're a perfectionist. It's not a bad thing. You like things the way you like them, and you want to fix things that you can.
Okay, so if you're a 2, you are the helper/giver. You see other people's needs first. I always say we've had a friend that always is the one like planning all the things, putting out all the charcuterie, and she's brought all the bottles of wine. Like she knows all of our needs before we even get started on our plans. So I think just a helper,
caregiver.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like that really kind person. But what I was reading about is sometimes they don't take their own needs into consideration. They can become like a martyr. Okay, so 3 is an achiever. That's my sister.
Running 100 miles a week.
Yes.
Day.
Trying to be everything to everyone, taking on a lot of responsibility, but also like so driven that they feel like this inherent need to keep going, keep achieving, be the best, don't stop. I can take on more, all of that. And what I read about is that 3s have the hardest time accepting that's their number because they don't want to be a 3. They don't want to be like a striver and a, overachiever. So I thought
like they don't think that they're an overachiever or a striver.
Maybe.
And you're like, you are.
You're clearly.
Yeah. What?
You are.
I don't know a lot of 3s, I don't think.
You don't? I feel like I do know a lot of 3s. I feel like the 3s in my life are the ones that are the leaders and the ones that, are just driven and have a purpose and don't doubt themselves.
Okay, 4 is an individualist. They are actually the most complex emotional roller coaster of all the Enneagram numbers. They feel a lot, right? Like they're sad and they don't know why, but they're not depressed. They're more like melancholy. So the artists, the creators, the painters.
We'll just stop and say we need all of these types to make the world go round. I'm doing 5. 5 is they're known as the observer or the investigator. They just kind of try to work everything out in their head without talking about it. They're the ones that are going to be probably like a computer analyst or just someone who is very methodical and just internal in the way they process information,
Mm-hmm.
I think is what a 5 is.
The 6 are the loyalists. So they're going to be super involved in community and unity and bringing everyone together. And they are the ones that are going to be so loyal to a friendship or to a relationship that they're going to go down with the ship supporting you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I heard that there's more 6s in the population than other numbers. Some expert. Yeah, I listened to some
the 6
experts.
seems like all good. Like that's,
Yeah.
who wouldn't want a
Yeah.
6 in your life?
Pretty easy. But then they say if you stab a 6 in the back, you're cut off forever.
Yeah.
So be kind to the 6s in your life. 7 is me. I'm a 7. 7 is the enthusiast. And I am an enthusiast. I've talked about it before, like my Pollyanna attitude.
Mm-hmm.
7s take in the information in real time. And if they don't like the information, they reframe it, and which may or may not be true, just to make it happier. And we are the glass half full people. We have a very hard time seeing an empty glass. But that's to the detriment, in situations where you need to feel deeply and you need to understand that there's not a bright side. It's a double edge, because you need the bright side, but 7s have a really hard time seeing the clouds. The silver lining. Always up for, we have FOMO. We have lots of FOMO.
Always up for a great time.
Always up for a great time. And if you're out having a great time and I'm not there, I'm mad.
Always up for a party. You can be like so tired. I don't think I can do anything tonight.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, we're going Chaplains, or let's just throw it out. I don't know. We're going somewhere. And you're like, okay, well, I'm going to rally.
I'm going to rally.
It's what I want to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just a total blast to be around as a 7.
Well, thank you. There's drawbacks. We'll talk about. Yeah.
Right. We all have our drawbacks. So number 8, I'm an 8, and 8s are known as the challenger. I mean, I guess that's a fine word for it.
Yeah.
I can come across bossy and take charge type of person. All I keep thinking in my head is the challenger.
Yeah. So
I like
you
to
have
take charge.
You have a sense of right and wrong. There's not a lot of gray.
No, there's not a lot of gray. I do have some gray,
but it's
probably
very
because of you softening me. But yeah,
black and white.
It's very black and white.
The right. You feel like I know what's right.
I'm a quick thinker. I'm always solving problems like very quickly, like as they come to me. Even in my job, like right now, I'm always like texting the next person as I'm in a situation with a person because I'm thinking about who we need to go to next, sort of thing.
So that's kind of the overview.
It's a little scary for people of the 8. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
8s
we didn't get to 9 yet.
Yeah. I was gonna say 8s can be a little scary.
Can be a little scary. And my 2 best friends are both 8s, Christy and my friend Dana Kay. They're both 8s. And so there's many times
this is
when you guys are having a conversation, which looks to me like you're fighting. And I hate that. I hate conflict. I shrink back and I'm like,
that is when you'll be like, I'm going to the bathroom.
I know. I spent a lot of time in the bathroom avoiding conflict.
Yeah.
But then I'll like, I'm like, remember when you guys were fighting? And they're like, what?
Yeah. Or even like the next day, she'll be like, are y'all good? Like, I don't know. Was everything good from last night? And we're like, what was last night?
What are you talking about?
I'm like, we never started. Yeah. Like we're in a major deep conversation. And I think it's like, just because we're raising our voices doesn't mean we're yelling, right? We're just passionate about what we're talking about. It's kind of nice because our energy matches each other.
Yes.
Which is like the family I grew up in.
Okay. So 9 is the peacemaker. 9 is, they can see both sides of any situation where, you're talking about this issue and the 9's like, well, I can kind of see your point. And I can see it over here. Yeah. And what it says about 9s is that they're constantly doing stuff, but it's not necessarily the thing that needs to be done because they just see everything as important as something else.
Right.
And they just want to keep the peace. They are kind of like the draw people together kind of. If they see a situation and you feel this way and you feel this way, they'll try to find some common ground between the two of you to kind of make it where y'all get along.
So I think our personalities play off of each other a lot.
For sure.
There's been a lot of situations where I get very protective of you, where you may not want me to be protective of you.
Sometimes I feel like you think I can't handle myself.
Yeah. And sometimes I think you can handle it.
Well, sometimes I can. I mean, honestly.
Sometimes you can't. But you can. You can. You will if you have to.
Right. So
Right?
one of the things I'm remembering is when we were working at the wine shop and there was a line. We were really busy. Saturday night, we were really busy. There was a line and this girl cut in line. She literally cut. So I was helping another customer and she got so mad. She was just really rude, honestly, that I didn't help her first. But
Well, because people are entitled. They're so entitled. They think that they should be able to cut and it's fine.
and that's your 8.
And
And
it's
my
not
7
fine.
was like, well, I mean, I wanted to help her too, but anyway, she started getting mad, and I remember I ducked down, and you came in front of, I was like, oh no. She was really upset.
I'm sure I got up there because I can't remember exactly what I said, but I think I got up there was, ma'am, there is a whole line here. Do you not see this whole line? Why do you think that you should be able to just cut in here? Like, I don't care if you have dinner
And
reservations
that's the
for
right
5
wrong.
minutes. That's not my problem. There's a line here.
Yeah.
And that's where I don't have a problem saying that or confronting someone.
But you were right. She was wrong.
She was wrong.
But I think she ended up apologizing, if I remember correctly.
I don't know.
See, this is also your
Again, don't care.
See the happy part of it?
And I just don't care.
And I don't care.
Yeah,
it's
I don't.
crazy to
I
me.
don't care. But yeah, there are times when it's like, hey, let's just hop up here and take a picture. You're like, we can't.
I'm like,
up there.
I
I'm like,
just feel
who
like I don't
cares?
wanna
Who's going to
make anyone
tell us?
upset.
Yeah. Who's going to tell us we can't do this? We are 50 something years old. Let's hop up here and take a picture. I can't even think of an instance, but we can do this. Who cares?
One of my kids is a 3, the achiever.
Yeah.
And he's the one that's, always at the gym.
Yeah.
He's always gung-ho and he has these goals and he wants to always succeed.
You know what I love about that though is like the type 3, he's not a type A stressed out person. You're not overly stressed about it.
And at first I thought he was a 7 like me because he does like to have fun. So I think there's a balance there. But he shows up as a 3. And then my daughter is a 2.
Interesting.
And I think that she is kind of, I feel like as they grow up and mature, I don't know that it can change, but I think it might look a little different.
Don't forget, like, I know where I go in times of stress is a 2.
Yeah.
That is so not my nature as a 2.
Right.
But I will tell you in the past year, obviously, I'm like, what is wrong with me? I'm very worried about what other people, I'm trying to think of an incident, but I'm just very worried about, I don't know if I should say that. I want to make sure they're okay. Well, prime example, just with work right now, I'm just like worried about just like the other person. I don't know. I don't want to hurt their feelings. Or I don't want to, that is not my nature.
Mm-mm.
And I have found that that's actually where I go in times of stress. Is a 2.
And I think I go to a 1 in times of stress where I am kind of like overly critical of people, like a perfectionist, where I'm like,
which again is so not you either.
It's so not me, but
because it's like, don't be judgy.
I become very withdrawn, and why are they doing that? You know, and I don't like that. I don't like feeling like that.
I don't like that 2 nature at all.
But sometimes it's good because you care about your friends. You care.
Yeah, not in friends, but like for example, I had someone that wanted to tour a community, an assisted living facility on Christmas Day, and I'm like, yes, oh my gosh, I can totally do that. And they were even like, well, don't you have kids like at home? Like Kristen, I'm like, I do. I'm like, they'll sleep in, it's fine. I can meet y'all. I mean, because this family's in dire need. I'm more worried about their needs. Like I'm not sticking up for my own needs. That's where I go in times of stress. It's weird. It's really
it is weird. Because you don't have a problem sticking up for
I think like it's Christmas Day. Like where would you
here? My kid's home.
Yeah.
Another one of my sons, he came up as a 4. And I think that is kind of true because he's very like artistic. He's very
creative.
Creative.
Yes.
And I think he does internalize things a lot more than other people do. And sometimes people get annoyed at your type. Like I mentioned when my dad was in the hospital and my sister yelled at me, I am so sick of your Pollyanna attitude. If you don't start seeing how really bad this is, so you get, and sometimes I get annoyed at her. I'm like, why are you running 9,000 miles? You're hurt. Take a break.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you're close to someone, you can say that.
Yeah.
You can say things
Oh,
like
totally.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we do that with each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, it's time for you to just,
I'm gonna
you don't need to go out.
Also, too, it's funny because like sometimes I want to just complain about someone, but like you'll be like, well, I mean, they were trying to be nice, or I'm like, no,
No,
screw that. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about they weren't nice. They weren't nice. Definitely the 7 softens the 8.
And the 8 makes me a little bit bolder than I would normally be.
Yeah.
And I do like WWCD. What would Christy do? Like if I'm in a situation where I'm like, okay, this person like really needs to be called out on something. I'm like,
oh, how many times have we been like,
what would the 8 do?
Listen, you called this person, the insurance company with the basement or something. Like, you call this person for me, and I'll call this person for you. Like,
because
I'm
this
going to
person
put
needs
Christy
the
on the
ice.
phone with them, and I'm going to put Shannon on the phone with this person.
I'm going to kill them with kindness, and you're going to lay it on the
lay into
Yeah, I have been like, can you pretend you're me? And
Yeah, we have talked about that a lot, which I'm like, absolutely, I can
pretty helpful to have friends in the world. So we just thought it would be fun to have you guys take the test. And if you want to like let us know what you are, if you've already taken it. I know that we are not experts on the subject. I have done some research and, listened to a few things, read a few things about it. And I taught a class about it.
It's fascinating. It really is fascinating.
It is. And what I like about this instead of just a personality test is it really does show your strengths and weaknesses in how you go about your life, solving problems, interacting with others. And I think that it's kind of neat and there's 9 different types, and they've held true through all of these 100 years.
Hundreds, yeah.
They've held true. And so it is a good litmus test. And I don't think they've really changed the questions a whole lot.
No. But what's so interesting, like we were talking about our other best friend who's an 8 and I'm an 8, but I think our wings are different. And so even though there's only 9, there's still so many more because an 8 wing 7 or an 8 wing 9, it is interesting when you're the same number.
She's probably a wing 7, don't you think?
I think she's more a wing 9 because she can be the mediator between us two a lot.
Me and you?
No.
Us. We need mediation?
Well, where she's like, I can see her side, but I can, we're like, what do you think?
Yeah.
She's like, well, I can see Shannon's side or your side. Like, she kind of keeps it calm.
We had one really big fight. Do you remember this?
I remember one really big one.
We were outside in front of a restaurant. It was
I really remember what
I do, but I'm not going to bring it up.
Something about kids.
It was something about our kids. And I remember I was so nervous because I wanted to say how I felt and I wanted to like bow up about it, but I'm not good at it. And you had no problem. You were just like, here's what it is. Here's how it is. And I like stood up for myself.
And I left. I'm like, Shannon finally just stood up to me. That was early. That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, but it was impactful for me.
Because the thing with Shannon is like you're in a conversation and like we're talking about something, and next thing you know, you've hit a trigger point with you, and like you don't even realize, but like y'all are now in a fight, and you're like, what? What just happened? Yeah.
Well, I know
so that's probably like that. So I think I'm more of an 8 wing 7 because I'm more up for fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit late night. I'm closing down the party.
Right.
She's definitely not doing that, but she's a blast when we can get her out and get her partying. But she's more the
we'll have to have her on.
Let me talk some, sense into both of y'all. I think it's this or that. She's calmer.
She's calmer.
But she's not calm.
I'm not calm.
She's a scarier 8 than I am.
She is a scarier 8. Yeah, for sure. I don't want to ever fight with her. And I don't want to fight with anybody, Who wants to fight with anybody? I want to get along with everyone. I feel like our jobs are kind of like tailored to us too. Like I work at the elementary school and everybody's happy and it's just cute. Just a happy place to work. And you work with the aging and it's hard and you have to stand up and fight for them. And you have to really be...
That's true.
Sometimes with their families, you have to be very bold and able to say the thing where I would just pussyfoot around it and be like, well, you could.
And actually, I worked in an elementary school for I don't know,
It wasn't
6
your
or
jam.
7 years. It was not my jam.
Not your jam.
And actually, I stood up several times to the principal and the assistant principal. And I'll never forget, I had 3 kids there also at the time. So I'm also a parent. I'm a mom, very involved with the community. I had an assistant principal tell me, you can't go out in the community and like talking about teachers and things that go on in here. And I'm like, the hell I can't. I'm like,
And I was like, sorry.
I have a child in this classroom or whatever it was at the time. And actually, it was kind of a big deal. I was fighting for my daughter and 504, that sort of thing. It was like, the hell, like, you can't tell me who I can or can't talk to.
Yeah.
And I feel like that across the board with like everyone in life. Like,
Right.
do not tell me what I can or can't
Don't
say.
stifle you.
And I have had to be very quiet this past year and a half, and it has not been easy for me.
No, it has not. And once you can talk about it, look out, world.
There's a side of the story.
Yeah. So that is definitely an episode for another day. But
anyway, I didn't make it at the elementary school.
yeah,
I don't like to be put in a box. And I also don't like to be able to not go to the bathroom when I want to. And I'm not going to be, you're in a classroom.
That's hard for teachers. I'm not in the classroom. I'm the bookkeeper. So
yes,
I have a lot of more flexibility.
Free reign,
teachers, but we, our second grade teachers have a block of time where they don't get a break. So we literally have times on our phones to go give them bathroom breaks because
how long is the block
schedule
of time?
is. I don't know. I mean, school starts at 7:10 and we give them a break at 9. And then I don't think they have another break for a while. So
I think that's what I love about my job right now. Not only the families that I work with and the relational part of it, but the flexibility and the fact that I can make my own schedule.
Yes.
I like being out. I like getting sunshine.
That is nice.
Out and about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is good.
Yeah.
I don't particularly like going to work in the dark.
No. No.
It's not my favorite, but it is the hours that I work. So today, because we didn't have students, I went in tiny bit later. I mean, I still got there, I wasn't very late, but it was a little bit late when I left. And I was like, well,
I'm like, this is
nice. Is lovely, but that'll change,
Yeah, well.
I heard that the sun is not setting. Wait, what did I hear? Before 6 p.m.?
I don't know, but that's fantastic.
It
it's getting longer and longer.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, it's not going to set before 6 p.m. again until next winter. So it's getting lighter and lighter every day.
Next winter.
Does it get lighter in the mornings now?
I don't
know. Well, you're not up then. You don't.
That's right, not me. So speaking of our other best friends, she called me today at like 8:03 or something. And I'm like,
literally was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I called her later. You were asleep. We were out of school today, and I didn't have anything.
You know that we text in the morning, Dana and I, like at 6 a.m.
Great for you. Great for you. But she usually doesn't call me that early. But then I think she wasn't realizing that we were out of school and like we're sleeping in.
Yeah.
But I called her later, and she was like, I just haven't talked to you in a few days. And she was driving to get her hair done. Who does my hair too? Our little sweet girl does both our hairs. And I was like, tell her that you're my friend. Like, I didn't tell her about it. She's like, oh yeah, I need to tell her. So anyway,
yeah. So that's kind of our episode for today.
Easy breezy.
We'd love it if you take the test.
And I would encourage everyone to take the test and see what your Enneagram is. I think it will help in any relationship you're in. I think it would help in a marriage. It would help in a work relationship. Obviously a friendship.
With parenting.
Yeah.
It helps in all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And like I said, my sister-in-laws are very into it, and they can kind of like pinpoint who someone is and like when they're in healthy and when they're in unhealthy. They can like, especially my one sister-in-law, like they can like,
they probably every time they've seen me, they're like, she's in the unhealthy spot right now.
I don't think so. It's never come up. We'll say that.
Okay,
it's never come up.
That's good.
I wonder what our moms are. I think your mom's probably an 8, don't you think?
She's scary. She can be. I don't know. That's very interesting. I should get her to take it.
I'm gonna get my mom to take it too.
I don't know what your mom.
I think she's probably a 7.
You think?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. She's kind of introverted. She might be a 1. She likes to see flaws in a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't know.
She likes to see flaws in my driving and my nursing abilities. And
my mom might be an 8.
yeah, she might be.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And your siblings, you think your sister's a 2?
Yeah, she's definitely a 2. She's making it. She's a 2. The other 2, I don't know.
Yeah. It's just interesting to see. And it does, it gives you some perspective when you're dealing with people too, because when you know the personality and you might not know what they are, but you can tell by your interaction with them what it might be.
And they're like, she can't help it.
Yeah.
She can't help it.
Right.
That she's that confrontational.
But she's so bossy.
But see, again,
you can't help that you're Pollyanna.
Again, going back to like the person that came out to us to Taco Mac.
Yeah.
I could have been a total 8 right then.
Yeah.
And been very confrontational and very, why are you talking right now? This is what I'm saying, because I go to a 2 in times of stress, which a 2 is very more reserved.
Right.
It's more like worried, tiptoeing around the other person a little bit. So I didn't tiptoe. I just like straight ahead.
Because I was like, World War III could happen right now at the Taco Mac.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not scared.
No, you're not. And I am.
So I'm glad that didn't go down like that.
Yeah, me too.
Taco Mac.
Me too. And I'm not scared. Like, that's the thing we were talking about. Like, when you are protecting me, it's a situation where I don't want to be in it. But if I need to,
I know you've had to be like, stand down.
I know.
Stand down.
I got you to stand down. I got it.
Yeah.
But yes.
And you know what? Then I'm like, okay, she has called me down. Like, she's told me to back it up, and I will. Then okay, then.
Yeah.
Then it's all good.
Fine. Yes.
Then we're good. But I'm gonna like always kind of go to your defense first.
Yeah.
Protection first. Especially like when we're out and just random people. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we're just both a little guarded when we're out. You would protect me too.
I sure would. Yeah. And I do think we're both a little guarded for, we've been through some things, and it's.
Yeah. And I think it takes some balls to come up to one of us if you haven't talked to us in a year and a half. You were with me that day that this person turned her back on both of us.
Yeah.
Did not say hello.
No, I was.
And was a leper. So why?
You're not a leper.
I'm not a leper. But why did she feel that it's okay to come up to us now?
I think it was a poor choice, honestly, on her part. I think
correct.
It was a poor choice because we had already seen her and we hadn't like
said hello
or even like acknowledged. We both kind of,
we didn't acknowledge.
Yeah. So
and I think if people, you know what, here's the takeaway. If people don't acknowledge you across a restaurant, they have seen you. Trust me, they do not want to say hello. There's a takeaway.
Or at the grocery store.
Yes.
Or at the CVS.
Keep it rolling. Or at the CVS.
So there was one time, this is off topic, but it just kind of shows.
Yeah.
Lucy and I were at the CVS and I saw someone that I did not want to talk to just because there had been some history there and it wasn't the right time.
And honestly, regardless of what we've been through, I think a lot of people can relate to a story like that.
Yes.
Where you just don't want to talk to somebody.
But you know how CVS has the mirrors? Like we can see down the aisles. So we were literally hiding together and we're like, do you see us? We're looking at the mirrors and we're like, okay, they went the back. We just like got out of there. But it's funny now. Like we were laughing and it's kind of but you got to do what you got to do to protect your peace and your.
Yeah. But I think I've grown a lot in that area where now I'll just walk right by you and not even try and fake it to say hello. I don't have to say hello to you. Like that's my right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. I feel like I need to say hello to people.
No, I don't. Because what is it? My time is a commodity.
Yes.
And so I don't give that away freely anymore. I used to a lot. I mean, in hospitality and that sort of thing. Like,
thank you, Taylor Swift, for those wise words.
I was about to say, what did she say? But I think that's what it was.
She said, your time is your currency.
And I don't have to give it away just all the time. And I'm an adult now. Don't get all.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And that's fair. That's fair. And like we've talked about, we both know each other ourselves, not each other, but ourselves better at 50-ish than we did in the past. And I think that just comes with experience.
Yes. And I think that's what we've talked about before. Like, we both know like our worth and what we bring to the table. And, you know, if you decided to cut that relationship off a year and a half ago, that you cut that off.
You cut it off.
Then it's cut. Like, well, I don't know why you're coming back around and talk to me right now.
We would like for y'all to take the test if you haven't already. We're going to put it out before this episode airs. And tag your friend. I think if you're a 7 and your best friend is an 8, like, that's fun. Tag them. I know a 7 who's best friends with an 8. Or just like let us know your number, because I think it's helpful.
It is.
To know yourself and know your strengths and weaknesses, and just it betters your relationships in general. So what do we have coming up?
We've got some big things coming up.
We're gonna do merch.
Yes.
We want to do like these cute hats. I'm making dog bandanas, you guys.
I think they're gonna be a hit.
For Meanwhile in Real Life. If you have a dog that you feel like needs to support Meanwhile in Real Life, then that's great. We're gonna get stickers. We have
maybe some wine glasses like this.
We're just going all in.
And we're gonna come up with a store.
We hope you're along for the journey, and we're glad you joined us today. And I hope that you join us next time. I don't know what we're going to talk about. No, let's talk about it anyway. What do we say? We don't have it all figured out,
but we're going to talk about it anyway.
We sure are. Cheers.
Oh, no.
Okay. You're not allowed to be up here. You've got your own chair right here. Oh, there's your chair. You stay right there. Sit. Good girl, you sit. Oh, jeez. Anyway, so this is going to be the situation today.
Little Miss Adorable is sitting in someone's lap. She does not like that chair over there.
And there she